Hello, and welcome back to the Jeremy Wants to Know podcast, friends. Thanks for coming back. Today, we have a special episode. Today, I'm airing on Sunday. Today is Sunday's special Societal Subject Sunday episode. Yes, that's a lot of S's. I wanted to do that on purpose to confuse myself and the listeners. Um, I thought it would be interesting for me to actually touch on some topics that are recent, some recent topics that happened in society and that you can find on television or multiple media outsources. Outsources? I don't know if that's the correct word. Anyway, and because it's Sunday, I feel like who needs to see my face? So this is just an audio episode. And it's probably going to be better because honestly, I can't look at myself. I can only look at the things around me. So I can be more focused. Okay, so let's get started. So recently, climate protesters threw tomato soup at the Van Gogh sunflowers painting on Friday. Which Friday? I don't know. It could have been any fucking Friday. I can't remember. I don't know. Um, and these protesters threw the tomato soup to protest the extraction and use of fossil fuels. What are fossil fuels, you ask? Fossil fuels are made from decomposing plant and animals. They're found in Earth's crust and contain carbon, hydrogen. And you know what that is? That's stuff that, you know, humans need to live. So they take these two elements and they're burned for energy, which is so interesting, you know, science. So the climate protesters are known by Just Stop Oil, JSO. Who are they? They are a coalition of groups working together to ensure government. I'm sorry, I started laughing through this because it's like, wait, do they have jobs? Is this their only fucking job? Okay, sorry. They are a coalition of groups working together to ensure government commits to ending all new licenses and consents for the exploration, development, and production of fossil fuels in the UK. Only in the UK? That's my real question. Yeah, no, but a coalition of groups. Okay, let's really think about this. How are they being formed? What are like what are their, you know, job descriptions look like? Like what does the resumes look like? How do you apply? Did these people just get together and say, "Let's stop this stuff from happening"? It's interesting how this comes about in 2022. But apparently, this group has actually been around for a while. Coalition has been around for a while. These activists. So let's continue. Members of Just Stop Oil, wearing T-shirts bearing the name of the group, poured 2 cans of tomato soup over the famous painting located at the National Gallery in London, as seen in the video posted to Twitter by the group. Okay, and they're also a group on Twitter, so they're spreading everything that they're spreading their word. So that's good on them. They're uh, someone obviously has social media skills. Okay, so here is a line or I really like this honestly from one of the protesters. I like this. This is very poetic, honestly. In quotes, she says, "What is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food? Worth more than justice?" One of these activists yells, adding, "Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people?" End quote. You know, this is fucking poetic, and I love that. Um, I can see that in a movie. Um, okay, let me continue. And she continued, in quotes, "The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of the oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to tons of cold, hungry families." Wait, sorry, let's back that up. Let me start over. The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of the oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. The tin of soup that we're fucking throwing at the painting right now. Anyway. Um, yeah, so that was very, I mean, I felt like I needed to comment on this because as an artist, as a creator, and also kind of a, you know, a life person or whatever, human, that this is it's very jarring and like it's very now-ish. It's very prevalent. Is that if I'm using the correct terms? Um yeah, I feel like when it comes to art, um it's 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 difficult because well no it's not difficult because it's all man-made. Okay, here it is. I'm just be fucking completely honest. Anything that is man-made is it has a lifespan. So it's a shelf life. Humans we die. So I mean everything dies, but um there's a finite. Nothing is infinite. So anything that we've created, it there's gonna be an end to it. So yeah, who cares about the art um over the life? Like if you know, there's no art without life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is barbaric. Why are people even still buying art? The whole world is in disarray right now. Let's focus on building um better things or yeah, art can wait right now. Like art is the reflective times and right now the times, you know, are not as there's not enough time anymore. Like there's not enough time. That's just it. So yeah, we should stop being stupid and take care of the planet before there's nothing to take care of. Anyway, one of the questions I wrote about this is why not target monuments like statues? And then I saw an article that said that the Black Lives Matter movement already did that. They already started, you know, knocking down all the controversial, you know, historical landmarks and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, okay, they already did that. But I think this group is really good because they did start at the top with the rich and the people who can't afford these things and who can make changes on a whim like that and have these, you know, real debates and these just make quicker change than the rest of us little people. So, righto on the Just Stop Oil Coalition. Um, did I say that right? What am I, a fucking pirate? What? Okay, next topic. Um, this one's good because it's in Dallas. So, a Dallas woman who stole people's wallets from salons, offices, shops, and more is back in the Dallas County Jail on new charges out of Austin and Oklahoma City. Royce, is that how you say her name? Royce? It looks like Royce. Royce Session, 27, was booked into the Dallas County Jail on October 7th for violating parole. She wasn't allowed to leave the state. Yeah. Okay. In Oklahoma, Sessions is facing 12 counts of taking credit or debit cards and obtaining property by trick or false representation. She also faces charges for credit or why is there so many ors? Credit or debit card abuse in Austin. Wow. Let me just stop right here and say, um, 27-year-old female. Wow. Wow. That's just it. Like, girl, what? Okay. She has obviously a lot of time on her hands to do all of these thieverings. Thieverings? Credit cards. All right. So let me continue. According to court documents, Session used the cards to purchase. I can't count this. 15. Okay, Jeremy, you can do this. Over $15,000. Is that 15,000? 1 5 one stands hundreds, one stands hundreds, thousand, 10,000. 15. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing this on camp. Yes. I have a problem, people. I have a fucking problem. I don't like learning. No, I'm joking. She stole over 15,000 worth of items. Wait, no, she purchased. Sessions used the cards to purchase over $15,000 worth of items at Best Buy and for thousand worth of items from Apple from May 23rd to June 8th in Oklahoma. First of all, what the fuck was she purchasing? Like, what? They didn't list the items that she was stealing or like she was using. What was she purchasing at Best Buy and Apple from Apple? Like, was she getting Apple products and flipping them? Was she feeding the hungry with these items? Was she building a time machine? I don't like. It's very vague. Um, and I continue. Records show Session has been arrested in Dallas County alone multiple times since 2013. And then there is a bunch of mugshots of her since 2013. She literally has the same face. One of the faces in 2013, she's like, I don't know, should I have taken something? Her face is just so. It's like her disguises didn't really change much. Or were these supposed to be disguises? Looked like she gained weight. So whatever she was doing, she was eating good. She also looks like Queen Latifah, and set it off in one of the photos. Yeah, this is interesting. Like, who has time to do all this over all these years? But yeah, um, she did it. So she has a mastermind in some way. So good on you, Royce. All right, now let's move on to the next one. In L.A., oh, this is a doozy here. And I didn't take down the full details because I read that and it was like much. It's kind of gruesome, so I didn't. This next story, I didn't get all the stuff. I'm not gonna talk too in depth about the injuries of this man. Okay, in Los Angeles, Dustin Jackson and his wife were waiting. Well, they weren't in, but this is a Los Angeles news. Dustin Jackson and his wife were waiting for their flight home after the perfect vacation in Cancun. With hours to spare, Jackson hopped in a cab to head to a store to get a chewing tobacco. But the nearby gas station didn't have any. That's already weird. That's when he said his taxi driver kidnapped him. Oh, bum bum bum. Jackson eventually had 4 surgeries to repair the damage to his foot and his shoulder. He can no longer play catch with his daughter or swing a golf club with his son. But he said he knows he miraculously survived for a reason. Let me move to the next page here. Oh God. Okay, there's just a funny quote at the end here. He says, "I take the little times in life. I don't take them, which is weird. I don't take them for granted anymore." He said, "You just don't know what life is going to bring you. So never give up. Keep going. Everybody has a purpose." End quotes. So, um, to go more in depth about what happened to this man, so the taxi driver took him out to some place. Well, they took him to the store and then basically put a bag over his head and then they just like started chopping up his legs and shit. And they left him in a ditch and yeah, he thought he was gonna die, but I don't know. I guess he woke up or something. Well, yeah, the article did say he like woke up and he was in the hospital. But yeah, he was at the end of his rope and he wanted to, just curl up and die, but God or whatever he believed in um got him out of that situation and that goes to show, that yeah, like you said, don't take anything for granted. I know I really want to go to Mexico one day and I have this, grand fantasy of it being like, oh, great, 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 but um it may not be that, It may not. It may just be opposite. Maybe just whatever Mr. Dustin Jackson went through. Also, just to add some more texture, sprinkle in some little more details. This gentleman was a Caucasian man, or what seemed to be a Caucasian man, and let's just be frank about it. The whole stereotype about how, you know, Mexican people or Mexico, they don't really. Wait, is Cancun in I'm joking. Cancun is in Mexico, correct? No, but yeah, the whole stereotype about they don't like the gringos and whatnot. So that could have been in play. So in some form, he could have had it coming. Just to be honest, he could have did something earlier that you never fucking know. Not all the details come out about these things, but um, yeah, everything happens for a reason, and he won't be able to play catch with his kids anymore. But he'll be able to fuck apparently. So that's a win-win in my eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to some Reddit threads, some Reddit subreddits that because I do like Reddit. I'm a big Reddit person now. Thank you to everyone. So I like to go on the subreddit Austin just because it's fun. I follow a few, you know, Reddit threads, and they're all really good. So here's one that said, "How is your dating? How is dating in your 30s in Austin?" One person put rules A and B: be rich, A, and B, don't be poor. Um, I think so too. Yeah, but in 2022 and probably for the rest of whatever's left of this earth, it's going to be a problem. Another person put, "It's always been bad, but since I quit drinking, it's been horrible." That's funny. And then another person put, "The dating pool definitely has pee in it." And that's a good one too. I think that's a golden shower reference, or just maybe a general fact, because I think pools do have pee in them. I wonder if people actually like to pee in it, like pools, just for fun. Hmm. Or is it a kink? Everyone's swimming in my piss. Another subreddit is the ATX for ATX, and now I think this one's for like people seeking other people in the city. So one of them subreddit said a post was 27 M for M, male for male, looking for straight guys, 18 to 30 at ACL. And I wrote under it, I was like, this is the most optimistic post I've seen. And it is, honestly. Like, you're looking for straight guys. What is going on? That's so many things, so many questions. The backstories here. I gotta know. It's interesting. You're a 27-year-old looking for 18 to 30-year-old men at ACL. What are you guys gonna do? Hmm? You gonna watch a show together? You gonna drink? Or are you gonna put fentanyl in there? Just kidding. No, but yeah, that's funny. Another post said, 32-year-old male looking to clean for other men. Um, that's yeah, and this one actually, I don't know, the post got deleted or whatever. It went more in depth, but yeah, it was something. It sounded like this person had like a I don't know. It could have been, I don't know. It was like a fetish, but I don't know if what this guy be like hard the whole time while he's cleaning, or I don't know. It's interesting. I forgot, but I think it was just like, oh, he was very like, oh, it's just only cleaning. I just want to clean for other men. Well, go to prison, sir. Just go to fucking prison, and there's like a whole list they give you. I'm pretty sure, and there you go. I don't know. And also, aren't we done like simping and enabling hetero men or hetero presenting men? If gay guys want to, you know, do things with straight men, like, aren't we? Isn't that like played out already? These guys, honestly, they just don't know who they are half the time. And who does at this point? Like, no one knows who they are. Like, no one has the full picture. No one has the full scope. So, I don't know. It's all interesting, though. But, all right, now we're going to talk about horoscopes. Now I'm going to move to the subreddit that I love, titled Scorpio. And this is a question. Scorpios, be honest. Do you enjoy jokingly provoking and messing with people you actually like? One person posted, "I've learned to say the most jarring things to people with the straightest faces. It's it's the list of reasons why I'm going to hell." I like doing that too, honestly. I think it's the best way to gauge where a person is, like how a person reacts. There's this I don't know, saying, or I don't know, I don't know, I think it's a quote or some shit. But basically, you have to see a person in all lights to see them for who they really are, you know? So I've heard that if you go on a date with someone, take them to like a show, or not a fucking movie theater, not to eat because it's all futtered, but just put them in a state where they can be shocked, or you can see their emotions. You can get their emotions out of them, you know? And as a Scorpio, that's important because I think we like to see people in all parts of themselves, you know, even though if they don't get to see us because we are narcissists. No. Uh, I don't know, yeah. I like doing that, challenging the person, challenging people in that way because I mean, in a way I like to be challenged. It's it's all interesting, and it keeps you coming back and you just want more. Or is that addictive behavior? Or is that addictive behavior? I don't know. I need to see a psychiatrist. Yeah, so this is our special societal subject Sunday episode. Um I really didn't have much else, honestly. I just want to drop in and drop an episode just to get closer to the end of this series. The end of the fucking show forever. No more podcasting. No. You're not going to do it. I don't want to hear my voice anymore. I'm joking because I'm a singer. I'm not a singer. I love Grimes. You know who Grimes is? Claire Boucher. The singer, DJ, producer, actor, whatever she is. Elon Musk's baby mama, wife. Are they still together? That's I don't think they're together, honestly, but yeah. Um I don't know. Interesting. But yeah. Again, I'm still working on music. Um Still here in Austin, Texas. Think I'm still deciding whether I should move back up north to maybe Fort Worth, Arlington. It's a lot of decisions to be made in the next 6 months. Mm. There's also new things coming up now. Got a few people that I may be working with musically soon. Yeah, my voice. When I really get down to things and think, I notice my voice gets very sensual, and start to kind of almost whisper when I talk about the things that I love. Like, I really love talking to people and getting to know them. And, you know, it's something about just, you know, peeling back the layers of another person, almost in a way that invokes the essence and spirit of Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, I'm a psychopath. This is why I think I'm single, honestly. I don't think right now in society anyone can handle, you know, a person with such depth. Um, yeah. Who is that? Who talks like that? FK Twigs. You know what? I'll tell you guys something about this movie I watched last night or the other night by George Orwell. It was one of his, I think it was a book that he adapted that was made into film. I just actually just stumbled across it. It's called 1984. And I skipped to the halfway point just to get to. I have this issue where I have to get to the point of things. I don't know. And it's really bad, but you know, yeah, no. So, anyways, this film was really good, and then I watched the halfway point all the way through to the end. This, yeah, I heard it was a movie. I mean, sorry, a book before, and yeah, this film was captivating. I recommend everyone watch it. It's called 1984. I think it was made in the 60s. Yeah, 61. And it goes to show how humans, we predict the future so much. And it could go so many ways. Today I actually started watching this show called Exception, and it's on Netflix. It is a anime, I don't know, sci-fi, and it's really good so far. I don't like to watching shows because I hate ending things. Um, it, but yeah, no, the show is good. I started watching. I'm only 4 episodes in, and I'm just like, okay, you gotta stop. Don't do this. Don't do this. Let's not go down this hole again. We've been through it many times. We've seen this show many times. We've been through this life many times. But yeah, no, that's a good show. I recommend everyone watch that if you like sci-fi, like futuristic, dystopian kind of style films, shows. One show that I've been sad about is the show Bones, with Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz, and I miss that show because lately I've realized I think I should go back to school. I want to get knowledge and I want to rebuild my brain and open up this other third eye. I'm really bored with working. It's the working world. I feel like I've done so much that nothing is fulfilling anymore. Um, so the next best thing is to go back and start over, relearn the things that I thought I learned. And now as an adult, learn them and form my own opinions about them of why they actually fit into society or why they don't. Like math, algebra, how that shit fits in. I never understood algebra. I don't know how I made it. I grew up in the ghetto, so they didn't care really about our grades. And if you really go back and think about how now society is unfolding and saying, hey, that shit never really mattered anyway. Um, that, yeah, it didn't matter anyway. So that's why probably most of the teachers were like, I'll just pass this kid because his life is doomed anyway. All these children are doomed. It's all bullshit. We aren't paid enough. Um, but yeah, no, yeah, so I'm thinking about going back to school. I had this one lady I met. She was just like, do you have a degree in anything? I was like, no. And she said, you should apply to be an FBI agent because it only takes like 4 years. You just get your degree or whatever. They just require a degree and be bilingual or some shit. I was like, oh yeah, I'm already bilingual. And she's like, yo, también. And I was like, okay, I understand it more than I can speak it. But yeah, no, I think it'll be good for me to go back and relearn some things and reform this brain. Also, too, I learned recently that our brain peaks between the ages of 35 and 45. So what is that? A 10-year span that we get like the best of everything. But now in my 30s though, yeah, I feel like I'm seeing patterns and noticing things and learning things and forming my own opinions and that way it feels good. So I feel comfortable and I still do have moments where I spiral. I have moments where I'm up, next minute I'm down, and I don't understand, but I still sit with that feeling, and I'm just like, okay, this is what it is to be inside of a body, um, human or whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, those are some things, and I'm glad you all, the few of you that decided to listen to this episode, decided to listen to the episode. I often repeat the same thing because insanity. Okay, anyways, I'm going to end this episode on a 30 minute mark because that's important. I don't have that much to say and fucking attention span. Okay, guys, we'll see you on the next episode. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.